Yeah, I mean, it's been a nice year and a half with him. Obviously, when broke his maiden at Del Mar, we were certainly thinking big things. He ran very fast that day. It took a little while for the wheels to get rolling. And once he figured it all out, obviously starting with the Malibu, things have been gravy since then. He's a joy to be around. He's a horse that everyone at the barn likes being around. And it's a team effort with him. Everybody helps out. So I'm very grateful to my staff and everybody that's helped us get to this point. Obviously on Saturday, for this to be his last race and see him go is certainly bittersweet, but he's off to a good home in Lane's End, and I'm sure this second chapter in his storied career will be just as good.
Kind of interesting because he, again, meets Accelerate again. You were the only horse to beat him last year at Oaklawn. And they're both going off to Lane's End.
Yeah.
The Stallions.
Yeah, neat. You know, it's obviously a little bit of a rubber match. We were lucky enough to get the best of him in the Oaklawn Park Handicap and the Santa Anita Gold Cup. He was very good, Accelerate that day. Obviously, Breeders' Cup Day, both horses were victorious. So looks like both horses are training well coming in here and on a neutral site. Obviously, there's 10 other horses in here for both of us to worry about. So neutral
site and pretty neutral distance, really, 1.1 miles.
Exactly. You know, I think 1.1 miles is well within our scope. Obviously, we know it is with Accelerate. So, you know, there's going to be a little bit of strategy involved. This time we are drawn inside of Accelerate. At Oaklawn Park, we were outside of him. So we'll leave that up to Javier and Joel can kind of cat and mouse it around there.
How great is it for you and the Warrens and everybody else in the race that there is a $9 million race for older horses right before they go off to stud? It gives them a chance.
Yeah,
to
it's
get
great.
one more.
It's neat that there is something like that. It's a spot on the calendar year where there wasn't a whole lot really going on. Obviously, last year I believe it was $16 million. We'd rather be running for 16, but 9 is nothing to sniff at. And with the addition of the turf race, that's pretty neat as well. But, very happy for the Warrens. This is why they're in the game, is to have horses like this that like to play the game at the highest level. So we were certainly glad that we could accommodate them, and they are supporting us. So it means a great deal to me and my family.
Just reflect on the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, his performance that day.
It was one of those things where the stars are all aligned. He was there for 10 days before the Breeders' Cup. I thought his work on the Sunday before the Dirt Mile was as good as a horse could possibly work. It was very special, and I thought the way he trained up to it that week, he couldn't have been any better. So, if the horse has kind of got if he's doing as well for this race as he was for the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, it should be interesting.
Is he showing you the same signs?
He is. A little bit different style of racetrack here. Obviously, an addition of a second turn, but I have all the faith in the world in him.